You already know what time it is. Welcome to the show where the real stay spinning. Popcorn ready, yeah, the Cowboys stay winning. From the opening scene to the end credit roll, every frame get love, every story gets told. I'm talking movie reviews, no rush, no hype. If it's fire, we'll say it. If not, we precise. From blockbusters big to the films you miss. If it hit different, yeah, we taking a risk. This that real time. We have Frankie. Take a seat. Front row vision, yeah, we break it down. Me from the trailer.
Welcome back to Real Time with Frankie. Okay, we're going to kick things off with a movie trailer. We're going to be watching the trailer for Mortal Kombat 2.
Uno mas, thanks.
You're Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
They should do a reboot.
Nobody wants that. Shit went out in the 90s.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you coming or what?
Where the hell am I?
It's called Mortal Kombat. It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
Fuck that.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
You dickheads in or what?
I'm not some champion. I don't have transformer arms. Or shoot lightning bolts. This shit's got nothing to do with me. I'm an actor.
I find you annoying.
Not the face.
There's a war going on outside. You can run, but you can't hide forever, ever.
It's time to become the hero you were meant to be.
All right, you big ugly fuck. It's showtime.
Get over here!
Only the strong survive.
Finish him!
Are you shitting me? You don't have any powers?
Just incredibly handsome.
That was the trailer for Mortal Kombat 2, and I can't wait to watch this movie. Generally, I think Mortal Kombat is a very, very random storyline. You know, these interdimensional creatures just show up on Earth and select a few people to fight in interdimensional tournament. You know, just out of the blue, right? What's the backstory behind it? It's just been going on forever. No real backstory. But I remember the first movie vaguely. I was a fan of the remake that they did, or reboot that they did in 2021. Really great movie to me. And I'm very excited for the second one that they got coming out May of this year. You saw it. I'm a big fan of the introduction of Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage, when I was younger playing the video games, he was someone that I always used because I'm a big fan of people with abilities versus powers. I don't know if anybody understands what I mean when I say that, but just real quick, I think abilities are things that people can do, but at a more enhanced level of it. And powers are just wild things that people can do. Very quick example: you've got the Flash in DC Comics, who can run really fast. Anybody can run. He can just do it through time, And then you got Superman, laser beams out the eye. Those are powers. So Flash, I believe, has super abilities, and Superman, of course, has super powers. So that's real quick. So like I was saying, I'm a big fan of Johnny Cage. He was one of my favorite people to use when playing the video game. So I'm a big fan of the introduction of Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban in this movie. And Carl Urban, all over the place recently. Everybody is a big fan of him in The Boys, the Amazon Prime TV series, The Boys. Fifth season coming out very soon as well. And yeah, so I can't wait to see Mortal Kombat 2. Look out for that movie review in the future, okay? So we're only doing one movie trailer today because I want to bring back the segment Best Scenes, because I was coming across some clips online, and this movie stood out to me. It was such a great movie. Came out in 2011 with a ridiculous cast. You got Steve Carell, Julianne Moore. You've got Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, Annalee Tipton, Marissa Tomei, and the movie is called Crazy Stupid Love. This is what I think is the best scene in Crazy Stupid Love.
Nana!
Hi, guys.
Hi, sweetheart. Hi.
What's going on? Oh, I don't know. Some game. He won't let me take this dumb blindfold off.
Cal,
Is that him?
What are you doing here?
what are you doing here?
Wait, you guys know each other?
What's going on?
What are you doing here?
Hey, Nana. Hi, Robbie. Hey, Nana. Hi, cutie. Jacob, it's so nice to meet you. I've heard so many wonderful things about you from Nana.
I'm sorry, what's an Nana?
I'm a Nana. You know, I couldn't say Hannah when I was little. How do you know my dad? She couldn't say our H's at all.
Okay. I'm having trouble understanding what's going on right now.
Dad, this is Jacob, my boyfriend.
No, it's not.
Just bringing him over to meet.
No.
I want to see the boyfriend,
Can't breathe.
please. Can I take this off now?
Cal, what are you doing with the daughter that's grown up?
I was 17. That's why we had to get married so young.
That is something you should have told me.
You never wanted me to talk about my children.
I'm gonna go watch TV now.
Yeah, that's fine, honey. Why don't you go do that?
Yeah, can I come?
No.
So you guys like really know each other then? Oh, screw it. This is ridiculous. Oh, honey, he's really cute.
No, he's not.
I mean, look at you. Are you really your mother? I don't believe it, sister.
All right. Let me get this straight. So you guys are a thing. You guys are a couple, right? You guys are together?
Yeah, yes.
No way. Break up right now.
Daddy?
Please don't call him that. Cal, that's not gonna happen.
Then I will mess you up!
Dad? Hal?
Cal.
Jessica?
Bernie?
Daddy, no!
Let her babysit for you, you son of a
Oh, my
bitch!
God.
She's
Dad.
only 17 years old!
Daddy.
What are you talking about?
Oh, God, oh, God. No, Bernie, Daddy, no! Stop.
Dad!
Daddy, stop it. He didn't do anything. He doesn't even know.
It's your backup?
No,
Daddy,
what? Stop.
No what?
Is this some kind of a skit? Because I'm lost.
Daddy doesn't even know that I'm in love with him!
With who?
With him!
Are you pointing at me?
You pointing at him?
She's pointing at him? Oh.
Wait, my dad is the older guy you've been seeing?
I knew it!
No, he doesn't even know about the naked photos!
What?
You can just made him naked photos? Seriously?
I'm gonna beat you until your brains fall out!
Time out. Hold on.
But I love her.
Jessica's the one you're in love with.
Excuse me, Emily. You left your sweater in my car the other night.
Oh. Who are you?
I'm David Lindhagen.
David Lindhagen.
David Lindhagen.
Okay.
Is this a bad time?
Yeah.
Jacob!
You know how much pain and suffering you caused my friend? You dumb son.
Stay the hell away from my daughter! You stay away from my daughter!
Dad.
I don't even know you!
Daddy,
Get over here!
David.
What are you grabbing?
Come on. Let go of me. Let go of me. Let go of me.
Come on, stop it!
So. Okay, wait, which one of you is Lindhagen again?
Lindhagen.
I'm just gonna write domestic disturbance all clear.
Thank you, officer.
Just simmer down, okay? We all have arguments, but if you're gonna fight, just do it inside. Keep it in the family, okay?
I'll kill you.
Let's go.
Daddy?
Now.
That was such a hilarious scene. If you've seen the entire movie, then you understand that this is the climactic scene of the movie. In this scene, you're watching 5 storylines come together. Steve Carell has a storyline that's meeting in this scene. Ryan Gosling has a storyline that's meeting in the scene. Julianne Moore, Annalee Tipton, And the young man who's acting in this movie is named Jonah Bobo. Even he has a storyline that is just coming to a head in this scene. And I think it's absolutely hilarious. You know, it starts off with a very family-friendly function going on. Steve Carell's character is trying to win back, you know, the love of his life, who he had recently discovered had been cheating on him through her own admission, right? And and it just goes haywire after that because Steve Carell's character and Ryan Gosling's character have been out and about around town, you know, dating and hooking up with women. So Steve Carell finds out that Ryan Gosling is dating Emma Stone's character, who plays his daughter in the film, and he's just absolutely upset about it. You've got Anna Tipton's storyline coming in when her father comes crashing at Steve Carell because, you know, her father doesn't know that she's in love with Steve Carell's character. And, you know, she was trying to send him some risque photos that was discovered in his house with Steve Carell's character's name on it. And so many things just happening all at once. It was absolutely hilarious. If you've seen the movie, then you absolutely know what's going on. If you haven't seen the movie, I hope I've sold it well enough for you to check it out. But that is the climactic scene in the movie, and it is just an absolutely hilarious rom-com, smart comedy, something like that. I think it's called a rom-com. I think it's in the category of rom-com, but Crazy Stupid Love, go watch it if you haven't seen it, right? It's been out since 2011, and it's available streaming. Okay, so check it out. Come back and tell me if you agree that it's the best scene or not. Okay? We're going to move into the last segment of the show called Director's Notes. All right, in this segment of Director's Note, I have a very, very genuine question. I've got a genuine question, y'all. My question is simply, where did Hollywood's desire for legacy go? There was a time in Hollywood where getting the job meant you were finally stepping into history, not getting into a stepping stone, not stepping into a resume builder, and not stepping into a temporary stop on the way to something else. You were stepping into something that was meant to last. Today, that idea feels like it's quickly disappearing. We're living in an era where even the biggest seats in entertainment feel rented, not owned. Let's take a look at something that really made me think about this. Trevor Noah, when he was handed the lead chair on The Daily Show, it wasn't just a hosting gig. It was cultural inheritance. This was the show that shaped political satire for an entire generation. This was a platform that built voices, created influence, and defined late-night commentary. And Trevor Noah was good. Trevor Noah was good. He brought global perspective, modernized the tone, and definitely connected with a younger audience. But just after a few years, he walked away. Not that he failed, and the show definitely wasn't ending, right? He walked away because he wanted to go back on the road to do some more stand-up. And he wanted to continue his stand-up career. Now listen, there's nothing wrong with choosing passion. But what this revealed was a shift in mindset. Hollywood used to reward people for planting roots. Now it rewards people for staying mobile. It used to be about building a monument. Now it's building momentum. And that mindset isn't limited to late night. Look at one of the brightest, best TV shows on television right now, Abbott Elementary, right? It's a show that critics love, a show that audiences love, a show that represents smart writing, heartfelt performances, even cultural relevance. And yet, we're already talking about its 5th season being its final season. Not because ratings collapsed, not because storytelling ran dry, but because cast members want to pursue other opportunities. Again, that's understandable. Actors are an ambitious people. Creative people want growth. But what gets lost in that conversation is the idea of legacy. Because legacy is built in endurance, not in quick bursts. Legacy is built when people say, I'm going to stay here long enough for this to become bigger than me. We used to see that kind of commitment all the time. Think about the late night wars. When Jay Leno stepped away from the Tonight Show, he handed the show over to Conan O'Brien. This wasn't just a scheduling change, it was passing the torch. That was television history unfolding in real time. And, eventually Jay Leno came back. I guess he wasn't satisfied with his initial decision. He came back and then he left again, late night television, but he handed it to Jimmy Fallon this time, still running the Tonight Show. But here's the key difference. Jay Leno had the power to come back. He had the trust to influence the future of the franchise. Why? Because he had spent years building something that was undeniable. He wasn't just a host, right? To NBC and the name of the Tonight Show, he was an institution. Hollywood trusted him to protect the legacy that he had already proven he knew how to build one. That's a very different dynamic from today's entertainment culture. Now, careers are curated like playlists, short runs, quick pivots, and strategic exits. Everything is optimized for what's next, but very little is optimized for what lasts. And maybe the greatest example of lasting power is a show that technically ended years ago. I'm talking about what, in my opinion, the greatest television show ever written. The greatest television show ever written, The Office. It's a series that people still watch to this day. Not nostalgically, not ironically, or just because it's on. They're not waiting for the next TV show. They are actively watching The Office. Right? An entire generation after the one it came out in are discovering it for the first time. And the older generation who already know and love it still get to watch it as if it never left TV. Why? Because the cast stayed. Because the writers built long arcs. Because the network allowed it to breathe. Because the creators treated it like something that was meant to stand the test of time. Legacy shows don't just entertain in the moment. They create cultural muscle memory. They become part of how we quote each other, how we relate to coworkers, how we define humor. They become reference points, and reference points require permanence. So what's changed? Part of it is the business. Streaming platforms, shorter contracts, also just content saturation. There's so much stuff to choose from these days, so many platforms to choose from as well. There's simply more opportunities now than ever before. Actors aren't waiting tables and hoping for one big break anymore. They're juggling multiple offers, multiple formats, multiple audiences. But part of this is physiological. Hollywood used to chase immortality. Now it just chases visibility. Being everywhere has become more valuable than being unforgettable. That shift has consequences because when everyone is focused on the next role, fewer people are protecting the current one. When everyone wants to evolve quickly, fewer projects are allowed to mature slowly. When careers move faster, legacies become thinner. This doesn't mean greatness is gone. It just means greatness is being approached differently. Today's stars want versatility, or yesterday's stars wanted permanence. And somewhere in between, the audience is left wondering, what are we supposed to hold on to? Because fans don't fall in love with career strategies. They fall in love with eras, right? They fall in love with the feeling that something is theirs. This show, this host, this cast, right? It's part of their life for a meaningful stretch of time. Legacy isn't just about how long you stay. It's about how deeply you commit. It's about saying, I'm not leaving because another door opened. I'm staying because this door matters. Hollywood will always be about ambition, and it will always be about reinvention. Maybe it's time to ask, in a town obsessed with creating history, who is willing to stay long enough to actually become it? That is Director's Notes, and this has been Real Time with Frankie. If you stayed this long to watch or listen, please give me a like, please give me a follow, and at Discuss the Film on all my socials, please, 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 all right? Thank y'all so much for supporting me. I'll see you next time.